Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Lauren, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I organise and keep a track of all of my fabric for sewing. So first things first, I store my fabric in one of these bins. This is a Calyx unit from IKEA, and I actually tell a lie, I have two of them that I keep the fabric in. So let me show you what that looks like. So here is one of the storage bins with all of my fabric in. It is super heavy. So there's 2 layers of fabric in each of these boxes. I don't think I have a ginormous stash of fabric. I know some people have cupboards and cupboards and cupboards full of fabric, but I think mine is relatively manageable at the moment. So everything is folded and put in these bins. And basically I use an app in order to organise it so that I've got a quick view of everything that I've got. If I'm maybe at the fabric shop, then I've got my phone to hand, I can have a quick look at my stash and I can see what I already have in there. I have been known to duplicate buy things before, so this really helps me to avoid that now that I've got this app in place. And I'm also going to show you how I load the app with all of my fabric. So first things first, you need obviously your fabric, and you'll also need a tape measure, preferably one of the dressmaker's tape measures. Let me grab one to show you. Like this. I mean, if you sew already, then I'm sure you've got tons of these anyway. But essentially all I do is I measure my fabric width and length. And that's what you need in order to put into the app to keep a track of everything. So I'm going to switch over to an on-screen view now, so that you can see exactly what it is that I put into the app. But essentially it's called Stash Hub. I'm using the free version at the moment, which stores up to 20 pieces of fabric. Obviously if you have more than 20 pieces, then you can pay for the extended version, which I think is unlimited. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain it's unlimited pieces. On Android, which is what I use, I think it's about £3.50 a month, or there is an annual option which works out a little bit cheaper overall. But yeah, as I say, I'm keeping mine to the free version for now. I think it's also going to help me to really limit my fabric stash, because I know I can only have 20 pieces, and therefore if I want to bring a new piece of fabric in, I need to do something with one of the ones that I've already got. So either de-stash it if it's something that I really think I'm not going to use, or obviously make a garment out of it. But yeah, this app really helps me. I've only recently started using it in the past few weeks, but it's really helped me to organise and make projects. It's also quite nice to have the app handy for me, to just scroll through if I'm doing something like I've arrived somewhere early and I'm waiting for somebody else or something like that. I just scroll through and I might make a note on my phone of a piece of fabric and a pattern that I think maybe I'm going to use for it. But yeah, so I'll share on screen now exactly what it is that I do to load the fabric. Okay, so first up on the app, I'm going to click the little plus sign to add a new piece of fabric. I'm going to pop in the name of the fabric as I know it. Add a little description. There's loads more information that you can add than what I add here, but this just makes sense to me to log. You can put in the purchase length, and then you can also add the remaining length if you've used some of it. Add your width, and then add a picture. Confirm that. And then see here, you can have fabric type, composition, that sort of thing. I was actually a little bit unsure about this piece because I got it from somebody who was de-stashing and I didn't have the full details, but I just put in what I had to hand. You can thread match it, so you could put in the number of the thread that matches, and you can also add your colours. You can tick if it's been pre-washed or not. I was unsure about this one, so I left it for now. As I say, it was de-stashed. And there's your new fabric added. I'm going to go through that again. So here I have a different piece of fabric that I'm adding, but going through a very similar process. again, just adding what I know about it. This would actually be easier if you've just purchased the fabric, because you'll know all of the measurements likely already, so you won't even need to go through and measure it again if you don't want to. But just taking that picture and popping in the fabric type. You can also select the category as well, which comes up with woven, stretch, that sort of thing. And I'm going to tick pre-wash because I bought this from the shop and I know I've pre-washed it. And there you have it. So as I say, I've been using this for just a few weeks at the moment, and there's loads of other things that you can do with this app. I mean, you can add your patterns onto that. Again, that is limited, I think, to 20 as well for the free version. You can add notions and trims. You can also start to design projects on there as well, so you can choose your fabric, choose your pattern and pair those up together. So that's a really good way to keep track of exactly what you're using that fabric for and what patterns you're using, perhaps making sure that you're not using too many different fabrics for one type of pattern if you don't want loads of duplicated garments in your wardrobe, that sort of thing. But yeah, I found it really useful for that sort of thing. And as I say, I like having it sort of in my pocket, always to hand, making sure that I'm not buying the same of a certain piece of fabric, and also just having somewhere with a log of exactly what length each piece of fabric is, because that's really something that I struggle to remember. But knowing, just being able to quickly access, oh, that blue piece of fabric, I've only got 1 meter of it, or that light pink stretch fabric, I've got 3 meters of it. So that really helps me to plan my projects, because otherwise I was sort of thinking, oh, I'd really like that outfit out of that pattern, but then I was coming to do it and I was realizing I didn't have enough fabric and having to re-measure it and everything like that. So yeah, really finding it useful to use it in that way. As I say as well, I've got the free version, so it is limited at this moment. I may change my mind and I may decide to go for the paid version, or it might be that I find something different down the line if my stash does get ginormous or something like that. But I'm really hoping that this does limit me to 20 fabrics, because for me 20 fabrics is a lot. It's a little bit overwhelming when you say it actually, because that's all my next projects essentially. So really I shouldn't be buying any new fabric until I'm using up that stuff in there. But I hope you found that useful. If there's anything else in the app that you want me to make a video on or go through, or any other form of organising for my sewing or planning or anything like that, then do let me know down in the comments section below and I'll be sure to do that for you. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, and also hit the notification bell. This will allow you to be notified whenever I upload a new video. It's usually on a Sunday, but for this week I just didn't get around to it. The bank holiday threw me off, so we're uploading to you on the Monday for this week. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed anyway, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.